Hello students, my name is Shambhavisinghsolanki and today I am going to teach you a Little Woman chapter. Sorry. So here you could able to see that it's a grade reader, you could see here, and this book is written by Louisa May Alcott. We'll also learn about the author Louisa May Alcott. And name of the novel is Little Woman. Okay, and you could also see it as the audio book, and the price of this book is rupees 160 only. And yeah, so let's start without delaying. And before starting, I would like to say, if you are I know this is my first video and new to my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon for the other notification that I'll be posting my videos. So yeah, let's get started. So this is about the author. So yeah, let's read. Louisa May Alcott, 1832 to 1888, was an American novelist and poet. To support her family in poverty, she began working at a very young age as a teacher, governess, and writer. She wrote under different pen names until she felt ready to commit herself to writing. Her literary career took a giant leap with her popular novel Little Woman, 1868. Thought to be loosely based on the author's own life, it was very well received when it was published and is still a popular children's novel. Today, Louisa May Alcott also wrote the novel sequels Little Women in 1871 and Joe's Boy in 1886. Over the years, she turned out a steady stream of novels and short stories both for young people and adults. Some of her books include work A Story of Experience, A Modern Mephistopheles, A Long Fatal Love Chase, and among the others. So yeah, there are so many chapters. But today we are going to read only one of the chapters. So let me show it to you. So here are the chapters. You can see the content. So Four Sisters. That's chapter 1. This is chapter 1. A Merry Christmas, chapter 2. The Lawrence Boy, being neighborly. Jo loses her temper. Meg visits the Moffat. The Picnic. Dreams and Secrets. A Telegram. Dark Days. Serious Discussion. And the Merriest Christmas. So today we are going to learn about the Four Sisters story. Okay? And discuss what's in the story. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, this is our Four Sisters chapter. So yeah, let's get started. Before reading, this is an activity that you have to do before reading, which is, what do you do for your parents when they come home from work? So you have to share your comments, like what you do. You take out their shoes, shirts, or you give them the glass of water. What do? You have to just write in the comments, okay? So yeah, I know. So if it's my first video, so if you didn't understand my concept, you could tell us. Well, I'll just try to do in another language. Okay, so yeah, just write down in comments. Now let's get see. Four Sisters. It was Christmas Eve and snow was falling outside. The four March sisters sat knitting in the twilight. The fire crackled cheerfully in the comfortable old room. The girls were waiting for their mother, Mrs. March, to come home from work. Their father was till here. Let's read till here. Okay. So yeah, it's saying in the first stanza that it was Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Eve here means evening. Okay. Sorry. Here, Eve means evening. And snow was falling outside. So, and all the March sisters were the four of them. They were sat knitting in the twilight. Okay. Twilight is kind of light, you could say. And then the fire crackled cheerfully in the comfortable old room. So, and the fire was there, like, one type of substance, or you could say the one type of thing is there, like this, somewhat like this. And then here fires are there, right? This is known as the fire. Okay, so fire was there, crackled cheerfully in the comfortable old room. See, so they were in the comfortable old room. The girls were waiting for their mother. Okay, the mother's name was Mrs. Marsh. Okay, to come home from work. Okay, so they were waiting for their mother to come home from their work. Okay, so generally their mother was doing a work. So yeah, let's get to next page. So their father was in Washington. Like their mother was working, and their father was in Washington. He had gone there as a chaplain. Chaplain here means priest. You could see here it's written also with their number as well. Priest. Chaplain means priest. Okay, in the army. Sorry. So their father was a chaplain. He was a priest in the army as a civil war. Okay, he was the priest in the civil war. So civil war was going on in America. Okay, the family was well off at one time, but now it was quite poor. But and between the family was nice working, nice doing everything, but now it was quite poor. See, I'm using here the metaphors. Okay, the sisters were talking about Christmas presents, and they were talking about Christmas present as the Christmas Eve. Okay, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents. So who crumbled this? Crumbled means told. Joe told. Okay, we will be learning about that. What was their names? Okay, so the names of their was Meg was the eldest, Joe, then Beth, then Amy. Okay, Amy was the elder one. Younger one. Okay, so then Joe told that Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents. Grumbled Joe, lying on the rug. Rug is a type of, you could say, mat or something. Okay, Josephine or Joe was a 15-year-old tall and thin girl. Josephine, you could say, or Joe. Okay, so Joe grumbled that their Christmas won't be Christmas without any gifts, without any presents. And Josephine, you could say, her full name was Josephine. Okay, you could also say Joe. So she was a 15-year-old tall and thin girl. She was 15-year-old and she was thin girl. Now she reminded one of the called, I don't know what's that. Let's see. For she never seemed to know what to do with her long limbs. I understood. She was thinking everything that her legs were so much tall and thick. Okay, limbs were so much tall. Okay, what to do with her? Her long thick hair was her one beauty. What was the beauty of Josephine? Her long thick hair was one of the beauty, but it was usually bundled into a net. But always that, like, in a bun she used to keep it. Okay, you could see here. I don't know, I think this one is Joe. It's not given here clear. So one of the beauty was her hair. Okay, and then Joe could not get over her disappointed into not being a boy. So Joe could not get over her disappointment in not being a boy. She was not very disappointed, not get over her disappointed in not being a boy. No. Let's see what's the next. It's so dreadful to be poor, sighed Meg. Now who sighed now? Meg, looking down at her old dress. Meg, full name was Margaret She was the eldest of the sisters. So I think she is Meg, this yellow one. Okay. And at 16, she was beautiful with soft brown eyes. At 16, she was beautiful with soft brown eyes. Meg had soft white hands, of which she was rather pale. Now next is, I don't think it is fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and for others to have nothing at all, added little Amy. Amy was the smallest one, right? Yeah, March was the smallest one, youngest one. Okay, so she told, I don't think it is fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things. She told that it's not fair that some of the girls are not having things to do, things to share. They don't have sisters, they don't have their brothers, they don't have their mothers, they don't have their fathers. She was 12 years old. Amy was 12 years old. You could see here. Let me underline it. Okay, sorry. She was 12 years old and pretty with golden hair and blue eyes. Wow. So Amy was the youngest. She was 12 years old and pretty with golden hair and blue eyes. She liked drawing and wanted to be an artist. Did she want to be an artist? We have got father and mother and each other, said Beth or Elizabeth. So, who was a year older than Amy. So, Amy was the youngest one, okay? And then a year older than Amy was Beth, or you could say Elizabeth, who was so gentle and shy. So Elizabeth was so gentle and shy. She played piano very well, okay? She used to play piano very well, okay? So what she told that we have got father, mother and each other. That's enough, okay? Now, next. It's the four young faces brightened at the cheerful words, but darkened again as Joe said sadly. So now what did Joe said? That the four young faces brightened at the cheerful words. So the four faces brightened at the cheerful words. They all four sisters. The smile was so bright, but darkened again, as Joe said sadly. Again, then Joe said sadly, we haven't got father here, and shall not have him for a long time. We don't know when he will come home. So now, what did Joe told? After Elizabeth told that we have got father and mother and each other, it's enough. Then all were smiling brightly, but now then Joe said sadly that we have not got father here, and we don't know also till when our father will come home. Now, you know the reason why mother has said that we should not have any presents this Christmas. So it's because it is going to be a hard winter for everyone. So one of the sisters, I don't know, yeah, Meg. So Meg told that, do you know why did mother said that it will be the Christmas without any presents? Because it is going to be a hard winter for everyone. Very hard, very, what to say, very hard and annoying winter, okay? Yeah. She does not want us to spend money for pleasure. The mother does not want us to spend money for pleasure, for gifts, for presents, when our men in the army are suffering. So what did she say? That when our when our soldiers are working in the army, are suffering there in this cold winter, could we celebrate? We could celebrate, but how could we afford that? It's too cost, no? No. We have each got $1 and the army wouldn't be much help by giving that. Remarked Joe. Joe told that we have got $1, each got $1, but the army wouldn't be helped by that dollars if we if we gather all the dollars and purchase something for them. It will not be enough for them. She wanted to buy who was a bookworm. So Joe was a bookworm. Bookworm means a person who enjoys reading. You could see at the last also it's written. the person, or you could say the girl, a boy, or man, or person who enjoys reading every time books. So she wanted to buy a book for herself with her dollar. So what she wanted to do with her dollars? Want to buy a book. Now next, I have planned to spend mine on buying new music, said Beth, who loved music. So who loved music? Beth loved music. And what want to she spend on? Buying new music. Now I shall get this nice box of Faber's drawing pencils, said Amy, because Amy loves drawing and she wants to become an artist. Let's all buy what we want, cried Joe. Joe told that let's buy what we want. After all, we work hard enough to earn our money. I know I do teaching those tiresome children nearly all day, began Meg. So Meg told that she was teaching those annoying children nearly all day. Okay, Meg was a teacher, like type of a teacher. Next, you don't have half such a hard time as I do, said Joe. So Joe told that you don't have that much tiresome work to do. Looking after a nervous, fussy old lady is very tiring. Aunt March is never satisfied with whatever I do. So, what she is telling, that fussy old lady. Who was fussy old lady? Aunt March was the fussy old lady. Is very tiring, and she didn't like whatever I do. Okay. I think washing dishes and keeping the house tidy is the worst work in the world, remarked Beth. So what was Beth doing as Beth was like who loved music but also doing the house dishes, washing dishes and keeping the house tidy. Okay, worst work in the world. Okay, who told? Beth told. I don't think any of you suffer as much as I do, cried Amy. Amy told, you didn't have to go to school and be with girls who make fun of you because you are poor. So Amy was going to school and she told that you don't have to suffer as much I have to suffer. She was going to school and they were making fun. The girls were making fun. Why? Because she was poor. Just then the clock struck 6 and the 4 girls got busy in cleaning up the room. Then 6 o'clock it has been and they started cleaning up the room. It was time for their mother to come. Okay, Meg lightened the lamp. Beth put Mrs. March's slippers near the hearth. Hearth is the floor of fireplace, so she kept the slippers near the hearth to warm them, so that when she come home she could wear that warm slippers. Okay. Amy got up from the easy chair without being asked. Joe forgot how tired she was as she sat up to hold the slippers near to the blaze. So she was holding the slippers of her mother near the blaze, near the fireplace. Okay. These are worn out. Mothers must have a new pair. Who told? Beth. Beth told, no, I will buy her slippers with my dollars. Okay. No, I shall, cried Mammy. Amy told, no, I will do that. I'm the oldest, began Meg. Meg told then, I'm the oldest one, but Joe cut in saying, I am the man of the family now that Papa is away. So, as we know that Joe was the oldest, but Meg told herself that I'm the oldest. So then Joe cut her saying, and then she told that I'm the man of the family because Papa is away here. He told me to take special care of mother while he was gone. So Papa told Joe that please take special care of your mother when I'll be not here. I'll buy the slippers. Okay. Then what did Joe told? That I'll buy the slippers. I'll tell you what we will do, said Beth. Let's each get her something for Christmas and not spend the dollar on ourselves. So what did Beth told? That I will tell what we will do. Let's get something for our mother. We should not spend our dollars on ourselves. So Joe told that that's a good idea. Agreed Joe. What shall we get for her? All were silent for a minute. Then Meg announced, looking at her pretty hands, I'll get her a nice pair of gloves. So Meg was having the pretty hands. So all were silent for a minute, and then Meg announced that I want to purchase a nice pair of gloves. Next. army shoe, the best to be had, cried Joe. Now Joe told that army shoes is the best to be had. Some handkerchiefs, all hemmed, said Beth. Beth told, I want to purchase some handkerchiefs for my mother. I'll get a little bottle of cologne. Cologne is a type of perfume. It won't cost much, and I may be able to buy some drawing pencils as well, added Minnie. Amy told that I want to buy a cologne and also some, notification of triggering some. I may be able to buy some drawing pencil also, and it won't cost much also. The girls were excited and happy now, okay? They were excited and happy as well. They began to talk of the play that they were going to perform on Christmas. So they started discussing about the perform on Christmas that they want to do. Okay? Jo had written the play and her sisters had helped her with the dresses and other things, okay? No, I'm not going to act anymore after this play, said Meg. Meg told that I'll not act after this play. I'm getting too old for these things. Okay? You are the best actress we have got, cried Joe. Joe told that you are the best actress we have got. Come here, Amy. Do the fainting scene once more. You are too stiff in that scene. So Joe told that, come here, Amy. You are too stiff in a fainting scene, okay? I don't know how you can ride and act so well, Joe, exclaimed Beth. Joe told to Beth that I don't know how could you ride and act so well, who firmly believed that her sisters were very gifted. So she believed that my sisters are very gifted. While they were all talking, their mother walked in. Okay, so their mother walked in when they were talking. Sorry, your T is missing somewhat. Let me write it down for you. Okay, so their mother walked in. Okay, they were talking, so their mother walked in from that side. Glad to find you so, Mary, my girl, said a cheery voice at the door. So what did their mother told? That glad to find you so, Mary, my girls. They turned to welcome a tall, motherly lady. So the sisters turned to welcome a tall, motherly lady. Though she was dressed in a plain grey cloak and unfashionable bonnet to her daughters, she was the most wonderful mother in the world. But she was dressed in a plain grey cloak and she was unfashionable, to be honest, okay? To her daughters, she was the most wonderful mother in the world, okay? The daughters were thinking that she is a most wonderful mother in the world, okay? Well, dearies, how was your day today? Mother asked, how was your day today? There was so much to do that I couldn't come for lunch. I was having so much of work, that's why I couldn't come for lunch. Who told? Mother told. Has anyone called Beth? How was your cold, Meg? Joe, you look tired. Come and give me a kiss, Amy. So to all the sisters, she told one by one. Has anyone called Beth? Where is Beth? How is your cold, Meg? Joe, you look tired. Come and give me a kiss, Amy. While talking to her daughters, Mrs. March took off her wet things and wore her warm slippers. She sat by the fire and the girls gathered around her. Okay, and this was the happiest hour of the busy day. Now next, as they sat drinking their tea, Mrs. March said with a happy face, I've got a surprise for you after supper. So after supper means after the dinner or after having meal, okay? So what did their mother told? That I have got a surprise for you all. Okay? Sorry. Yeah. I've got a surprise for you after supper. A letter. 3 cheers for father, cried Joe. Joe told that I have got a letter from the father. Yes, a nice long letter, Mrs. March told them. Mrs. March told them that, yeah, a nice long letter, patting her pockets as if it contained a treasure there. So their mother was patting their pockets, contained a treasure there, as if it contained the treasure. When will he come home, mother? Asked Beth with a little quiver in her voice. Beth asked, when will the father come? Not for many months, dear, unless he is ill. He is ill, not for many months. He will come, Mrs. March replied. When tea was over, they once again sat around the fire. Mrs. March read out the letter to her waiting girls. It was a cheerful, hopeful letter, and at the end, the writer's heart overflowed with fatherly love for his daughters at home. Mr. March had written, tell them I think of them and pray for them daily. I know they will remember all that I said to them, and they will be loving children to you. They will do their duty faithfully, so that when I come home, I'll be fonder and prouder than ever of my little woman. So tea was over, and once again they sat near the fire, and Mrs. March read out the letter. Their mother read out the letter. It was a cheerful, hopeful letter, and at the end, the writer's heart overflowed with fatherly love. Okay. Now, so what is the letter? Tell them I think of them and pray for them daily. Okay. I know they will remember all that I have read and these things. Okay. Now, all the girls were moved by these words and shed some tears. They were shedding some tears. Annie sobbed out, I'm a selfish girl, but I'll try to be better. Annie was a selfish girl, but she tried to be better. So will I, said Meg. Meg told that I think too much of my looks and don't like my works. So Meg told that I like my looks so much but don't like folk, but I'll try and change. And I'll try not to be rough and wild, Jo told. Okay. Beth said nothing. Oh, sorry. Beth said nothing. She wiped her tears and began to knit. Soon, Hannah came to clear the table. She had been with them since Meg was born. So, Hannah was clearing the table. From where did she have been there? Since Meg was born, and was more of family than a servant. She was more of the family than a servant. The girls now began their swing something. They were making sheets for Aunt March. It was dull work, and but tonight they did not complain. Next, at 9 o'clock, they stopped swinging and gathered around the old piano to sing. No one but Beth could any music of it. So Beth was the pianist, and she loved piano to play the piano. Meg and Amy sang sweetly, but Jo could only croak. Meg and Amy sang sweetly. Mrs. March was a born singer. Mrs. March was a singer from the born only. The first sound the girls heard in the morning was her voice, and the last song before they slept was the same cheery sound. So when they woke up, the first was of her mother only, and then when they slept before sleeping, the last verse was also that. After they finished their singing, they went to bed. Okay, happily. Cheery means happy. So this was the story of the four sisters. If you want to be if you want that to teach you the next chapter, which is let me see. Yeah, a Merry Christmas. Please do tell me in the comment box. I'll be enabling your comment box, and yeah, don't forget to press the bell icon. I hope you liked my video. Please like and subscribe my channel as the first video. If you are having any difficulties to understand this chapter, please do tell me in the comment box, and yeah, thank you.